Hey everybody, how's it going? It is yours truly, and I am going to show you some bare bones tools, some super essential tools that I think you are going to need to, if you're going to have multiple firearms and you want to be able to maintain them, clean them, swap out accessories, you build firearms. So this is just for starters. This is just basics. So let's just go ahead and dive right into it. So one of the first things that I would highly suggest having is something like this ultra steel ratcheting socket and screwdriver set. So you have these little screwdriver bits and these socket pieces right here, and of course a little extension for hard to reach places. I ended up picking this up for maybe like 10 bucks, maybe less, at Walmart. Of course, if you really want, you can get something a lot fancier and nicer at like Home Depot or something, but this guy has got me out of quite a few jams. I ended up actually putting up a ceiling shelf with just this. This is before I had all these really fancy and awesome tools. So I definitely vouch for something like this, and you don't have to go all out and spend, and break the bank essentially. So yeah, definitely pick something like this up. That's one good way to start this your tool collection. All right, the next tool I want to show you guys is an armorer's hammer. Of course, it does what's in the name. It's like any other hammer, except it is this is specifically for helping you to put together like an AR-15 or something. One cool thing about and unique about this specific hammer is that the tips right here come off. So depending on what it is that you're doing, you can definitely go ahead and swap out the tips here for a more appropriate one. Yeah, so just about every firearm project that requires an armorer's hammer, you definitely want one like this, and I will go ahead and leave a link in the description. I think you're really gonna like this, guys, especially once it's it's helped you build multiple firearms. In my case, it has helped me build multiple firearms. So yeah, definitely check this guy out. All right, so we have these standard Phillips screwdriver sets here. This came in like a more larger set from Falcon Innovation, so you don't need this these exact tools. However, what you would want in a screwdriver set is for them to be magnetic. So as you can see, I'm kind of guiding the flathead around and doing very little in moving it. One of the reasons why you would want that feature is sometimes these gun accessories, these little gun parts, they come with these little bouncy screws and they're just flying all over the damn place, and getting them seated properly to screw in can be challenging. However, with a magnetic tip, they you eliminate that problem essentially. And of course, it helps to have variety, redundancy, if you will. So of course, you have these short little stubby guys, and then we got these long skinny guys right here. So yeah, the more the merrier. The more variety, the more diversity in your tools, the better. You never know when one will be better than the other, and of course everybody's hands are different, everybody's strength is different, and everyone's tools aren't always meant to be the same. So have a lot of variety. That would be my recommendation. All right, so needle nose pliers. I'm going to allude to this further on in the video, but you want a good needle nose plier set with these rubberized grips. That definitely helps. Helps you hang on to it pretty well. And I like the length here. It's pretty long. When you're building, let's say, like an AR-15, and you are trying to hold a pin in place, well, it's difficult to do that with your hand and then whack away with the hammer with the other hand. So my philosophy: the further your hand away is from the hammer, the better. So if you're going to be using like that armorer's hammer, well, this could help. This can help quite a bit. Is it entirely necessary? Not really, but most homes should have those pliers. If not, you can get a really nice one, just about anywhere, where any place that sells any hardware goods. So in the event that your armorer's hammer is not enough, you can use the Dead-On Annihilator. This is a wonderful tool, ladies and gentlemen. This is a demo hammer. So like this end right here, you would use that to destroy drywall. And then of course the business end right here, you can definitely destroy blocks of concrete pretty easily with this thing. This is a wonderful tool, man. This is really, really cool. Incredibly dangerous, by the way. This is not to be messed with. So when I recommend this, only if your hands are capable and if you are competent, you can certainly let me put it this way. I was putting together a forward assist, and I was building an AR-15. The forward assist pin was being incredibly stubborn, and my armorer's hammer was not doing the trick. Well, I had to get the big boys out and put that thing to bed. So yeah, definitely pick one up, pick something like this up, and it'll definitely help you out. All right, more tools, ladies and gentlemen. We have a armorer's wrench. This is a really, really, really useful tool. It's not even just useful, it's essential. So from this end to this end, it's got to function. It's going to be doing something that you're going to need. For example, if you want to change out the buffer tube, you want to change out the handguard, barrel nut, hell, even the fucking barrel, you're going to want to do that with an armorer's wrench. I don't think there is any other tool that you would be able to use to do any of those things. I mean, is this the best? No, this is from ATI. This is not that expensive. I think this was $25. If you want to get really fancy, I guess you can get the Magpul armorer's wrench, but it's a little too overpriced for me. And I can afford it too. I just fuck that. I'm gonna pay $80 for that goddamn thing. So especially when something like this does the job, and it does it really, really well. All right, so we have these little brushes here. The brushes do what any brush does. You have this really soft one for helping to clean maybe like like the trigger assembly or something, and then of course for the more stubborn grime and mess on your firearm, I guess you can use this one right here. And then of course for the most stubborn, the roughest and the toughest of the grimes and the slimes, you would use this this wire brush right here. This is pretty rough. There is potential to kind of maybe leave some really, really tiny scratches, maybe some minor, very unnoticeable blemishes on your rifle. However, if you got to get rid of some grime, this is what's going to be this is what's going to do it. So yeah, definitely keep these guys around. They're in my opinion essential for helping to maintain a firearm. And of course you got the other end right here for those hard to reach places. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the link in the description for you guys. All right, so I have quite a bit of hex keys and Allen wrenches. These are just regular standard Allen wrenches. Now at a first glance you think these two are the exact same thing. Well, they're not. So this guy right here is slightly different in size, compared to this. And there's many reasons why you would want that. So if you're putting together like an AR-15 and you bought a bunch of fucking mall tactical shit, and you want to you need to use an Allen wrench, and maybe none of these guys work, well, this is going to work 100%. I've never been in a situation where they both did not get the job done. So yeah, this ended up coming with Falcon Innovations tool set. I don't think you can buy those anymore. They're pretty rare, but these aren't the best. You can get these pretty, some pretty nice Allen wrenches. Allen wrench set for very little at Home Depot or Lowe's or like Ace Hardware or something. So yeah, definitely keep these guys around, man. They're definitely gonna help you. Not only that, like if you're like a huge nerd like me and you have a bunch of tech shit lying around, these Allen wrenches come in handy. I know sometimes, a lot of the times, like these firearms manufacturers or like these companies that make optics or whatever, they'll provide the Allen wrench that you need. But what if you lose it or it breaks, or hell, they don't even provide one? You're gonna want these. Last but not least, well, actually no, this is not the last one. I got one more to show. We got a punch set. So this is a wonderful punch set from Mulwark, and I think it's difficult to see on the screen here, but yeah, so they went ahead and stitched the sizes right here. So if you need a specific size, well, you know what to grab for it. Mulwark makes it incredibly easy, and of course they provide this pouch, when you buy this set, which is incredibly useful, man, especially if you're trying to keep things clean and keep things organized. I absolutely love that. So let's go ahead and take out a punch set and show you what all the hype is. So we have the handle right here, and it's texturized, so it's really easy to hold. And then on this end right here is obviously what that's the business end, as I like to call it. This tip right here, it's not that hard in the way that they designed it. I can't imagine this leaving like blemishes or glaring scratches on your firearm, which I like a lot, because I like to keep my stuff looking nice. I know some people don't really give a damn, but I do. So yeah, I think that's a nice feature, man. This is a really cool set. I think it's absolutely essential. I do have an Omni Hybrid Max firearm. It's an AR-15 from ATI. Yeah, it's the ATI Omni Hybrid Max, and that thing, you can't depress the takedown pins with like your fingers. Like, you need a punch set. So I don't know, maybe there's a firearm out there that you have that unfortunately is designed that way, and you're gonna definitely want to have these punch sets. They will save your life. And then there's so many uses for these, by the way. There's so many uses for these, so definitely pick them up. Last but not least, we have a Falko Cleaning Kit. Let's go ahead and open this guy up, and then we're going to wrap up this video really shortly. So this comes with everything you need. So let's just go ahead and go through this from this side to this side. So over here we have the cleaning rods. You use these to clean the barrels. Doesn't matter if it's an AR pistol, SBR, a carbine, or some sniper barrel that's incredibly fucking long. You can definitely get in there and clean this out. And of course it comes with adapters and accessories. You get the wire brushes, the more fabric-y type brushes, and more accessories down here. Any cleaning project can be tackled with this, and of course it comes with these little cleaning cloths. They're disposable, of course, so you would just go ahead and put some bore cleaner on there and wipe down like a barrel assembly or something, and get into those tough to reach spots. So you can do that with this kit here. All right, so that's gonna be it, guys. I hope everything that I showed you in this video was useful and helpful, and it gives you an idea of what you might need just to get started.